Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to our November game release video. It's gonna be a pretty good month. It's also, I'm gonna call it November.
You're gonna call it November.
We call it November month, everybody.
I'm gonna call it Nintendo.
That's right. Or Nintendo month. That's what I meant to say. Oh god, start the video. First game we have is Halo 4, a title some of you may be looking forward to. By some of you, I mean probably most of you. It looks pretty good. Tyler, what do you think of it?
It looks like this is actually the first real installment since Halo 3. So like Reach and that were actually considered, I guess, spin-off. Not really spin-off,
yeah,
but like side games.
It should be a pretty big game. Halo used to be probably like when Halo first came out, it was like had the most sales of like any game ever.
Yeah,
the
last Halo game actually came out before like Call of Duty even took off.
Yeah.
So it was the biggest shooter there was when it came out, pretty much.
Yeah.
But new features they've got. Speaking of Call of Duty, they've got a new game mode called Spartan Ops. Seems
that's nice. That's original.
And it's like a storyline based side mission kind of thing.
Oh, God.
It's gonna replace the firefight game mode that they used in Reach and I think it was in ODST, I don't know. But it was in Reach, and also the co-op now, unlike Halo 3 where you were like Master Chief and then 3 different Arbiter guys. If you play 4-player co-op, you are 4 Master Chiefs. So
that's pretty hardcore.
Lost a little sense of realism in this video.
Let me just ask you a question, Tyler. Is it coming out for Mac?
No.
Damn. Sorry, Steve Jobs.
Okay, so the next game we have is Mario Kart. It's coming. Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, sorry. It's LittleBigPlanet Karting.
That's hilarious stuff.
Couldn't tell the difference for a second there. It looks like exactly the same, just with a little stuffed doll in place of Mario.
Okay, look.
Seems like Mario's a little cooler.
All right, look. If you played Little Big Planet, you know what it is. You know, it's basically like Little Big Planet,
except it's Mario Kart.
Except you're karting, which basically means that all the sort of super creative stuff you can do in Little Big Planet, you can do with the karting game. So you can create your own tracks, your own cars and things like that. So I mean, it looks pretty cool.
And all the stuff you can do in
It actually looks a lot like, I forgot what it was.
Mario Kart.
Mod Nation. It was like called Mod Nation Races, I think it was. And you could do like the same sort of thing, but this looks not bad. Next game we have is Harvest Moon: A New Beginning for the 3DS. It looks pretty cool. It's like a life sort of simulator game. I mean, if you know what Harvest Moon is, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's sort of like you have like your own farm and you sort of walk around and put new buildings down and stuff. It looks kind of cool. What do you think, Tyler?
I think that it looks a lot like Farmville. Not what you place at all, just the way it's laid out, like a big grid and stuff. But yeah. So what they've added this year, it sounds like there's like just a lot more customization. Like you can customize your character a lot more, and outside like towns and farms and stuff like that you can customize now. So those are a couple of the bigger new features. So yeah, it looks like it's a simulation game. So there's not many of those. So I mean, it's not like it's a big
especially
selection.
for the 3DS.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So 3DS is probably the first simulation. This is the first simulation game I know of.
Yeah,
on
I'd
the 3DS,
say so.
So yeah, it looks like a good choice for the first one. Paper Mario.
All right, next game we're talking about is Paper Mario, as Tyler just told you.
Mario.
What?
Mario.
Oh, Mario. I'm sorry. Anyway, Paper Mario Sticker War coming out.
Sticker Star. Are you blind?
Oh my god, I'm blind. Paper Mario Sticker Star coming out. It looks pretty awesome, not gonna lie. I like the Paper Mario games. I played the one like way back when, and it was awesome, so kind of looking forward to this one.
So this is the first Paper Mario game to release handheld. It's the 4th game in the series, I think?
Something like that.
Anyway, yeah, so the first handheld one's going to be a 3DS game. Still think it's kind of ironic that like all these 2D pieces of flat paper are on the 3DS.
Yeah, it's on the 3DS. It's kind of funny, actually.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, it's a big game. It's a really fun role-playing game, so anyone who's into the Mario game, role-playing game, I don't know. It's probably I'd say second best 3DS game I've seen so far.
Yep.
Okay, so next up we've got the 9th Call of Duty game, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2, and the Vita is getting Black Ops Declassified. This is the first Call of Duty on the PSP there was like a really old Call of Duty one. So this is the first time in a long time that Call of Duty's been put on a handheld. So Alex, what do you think? Let's talk about the new features.
Okay, well, first of all, Call of Duty Black Ops, you'll either love it or you hate it. I mean, some people think this is going to be like the biggest release of the year. Some people think this is garbage. But, you know, if you like Call of Duty, then you're going to buy it, you know.
I mean, let's be honest. It's not going to be different than the last Call of Duty.
It's not going to be hugely different, but if you like the old Call of Duty, you know.
I know.
You just like sticking with it, I guess.
It is the first one in the future, so...
anyway, yeah, it's set in the future.
The biggest change since...
In the future, that guy Woods is back, I believe, from the first Black Ops. Obviously, there's new guns and stuff.
Ridiculous. Black Ops was like... That's set in like the 60s.
I know,
this
it's
guy's
a
still
big
alive in the
ass jump.
future.
But new guns.
Okay, how old was he in the first
new
one?
New perks. I don't 30s maybe, old 20s.
30s. Add on like 60 years. Like even if it was set in 2020, even.
Yeah.
Then that's adding 60 years.
Yeah, he's an old guy.
How far in the future is this?
Okay, listen.
Yeah, the first thing we should clarify. Next thing we should clarify here is this isn't like Halo future or something like that. This is just really close.
It's about like 10 years, 15 years in the future.
Yeah,
from now,
it's not
I'd say
like really futuristic technology. It's just guns made these days with a bit of an upgrade, basically.
Yeah, it's new guns, new perks. Zombies is coming back. It's a big deal. I'd buy the game if it just came with zombies. I believe there's six player multiplayer for zombies now, so that's a big change. It looks pretty good, honestly. If you like it, then go and buy it. I'm not really gonna say anything bad about you.
It's Nintendo month, or according to Alex, it's November month. But we got the Wii U coming out.
Okay, yeah, this is kind of a big deal. A new console is coming out, people.
This is the first time since 2007.
Yes, this is the start of the
5
new
years.
generation, which will hopefully be followed. It'll hopefully be followed by PS4 and Xbox 720 soon.
The rumors say Xbox is probably going to come first. There's some hopes of Xbox next year, like sometime in 2013, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. PS4 is rumored more towards 2014.
Yeah, so the Wii U actually looks pretty cool. It's got the new controller. It's got like a touchscreen on it. So
I know
it looks
that seems
cool.
like a really cool feature, but I mean, honestly, it just seems like it would be.
It depends how they use it in the game. It could be cool to sort of have a map at all times on it.
If it's like a motion controller, like you have to like shake it. You have like this massive like tablet in your hand.
Yeah, it is kind of big,
violently.
but I mean, you know, I'm glad they're sort of returning more to like a standard controller.
I think the Xbox is actually planning the same thing.
Are they?
A screen in their controller. I
Yeah.
don't know much about.
Also, I read that you can play split screen and like one person can play on the tablet and one person can play on the TV.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That
So for stuff like that,
makes a big deal for games. Like, there's a lot of games where it kind of ruins it, like screen cheating and stuff.
Yeah.
Using that, you can avoid screen cheating. Like, one person looks at the tablet, the other person looks at the. Okay, I gotta stop the problem with the tablet. It's like a tablet, it's a controller,
Yeah.
and then the other person just looks at the screen.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I gotta admit.
When I was young, I had like this perfect vision of like the split screen like blocker, and it was like this machine. Well, not really a machine, but it was like a scope, and it's like a wall basically that separates it, so one person with their head on one side can only see the top screen.
Yeah.
And even though it's one screen, it's just a separator in the middle, and you can only see your screen if you're all in the same room.
I'm interested in seeing what all the old Nintendo games like Mario and Zelda are gonna look like in like 1080p.
Yeah,
it's gonna be weird.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games coming out to the Wii U on November 18th. That release date.
Yeah, so it looks like it's having a pretty good launch.
Games. I don't know how many other games coming out. That's how many we're covering. So get ready for some Wii games, people. Okay, so first we just want to say we got a couple games here that are already out, but now that Wii U's coming out, they're getting their November 18th release date for Wii U. We got Batman Arkham City's coming out with the Armored Edition. I'm not really sure what's special about the Armored Edition, but I know Arkham City.
They had to change the name to make it sound like it's a new game.
But yeah, I know Arkham City's it's an amazing game. Arkham Asylum was too. Those are honestly, I think, the only really, really superb superhero games. But and then Assassin's Creed 3 is coming out to Wii U.
That game looks amazing.
Just came out in this month. Actually, it won't even be out by the time we upload this video, but. So it's coming out November 18th to the Wii U. And yeah, those two are the two coming out on the 18th that are already out.
Alright, next we have Disney Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2. See what they did there.
And also Disney Epic Mickey Power of Illusion, which is going to be a 3DS Disney Epic Mickey. So yeah, we got a 3DS and a Wii U version of these coming out. So Alex, what do you think of it?
It looks kind of interesting. It's not really my thing, but I mean, if you like Mickey Mouse, obviously, I guess you'd get it.
That's a good reason to buy it.
Yeah,
but
I mean, what more can you say? It looks sort of like a platformer type of game.
Yeah, it is kind of actually the gameplay reminds me of like Super Mario 64 almost in some ways. More of like a role playing.
Don't compare this game to Super Mario 64.
Okay, it looks like the same gameplay. That doesn't make it the same game at all. But basically, the second one's just pretty much the same gameplay as the first one. So I mean, there's not really much to say about it. They haven't changed the gameplay much, just basically new levels and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like the first one, go get the second one because it's just an upgraded version of the same thing.
And the next game we have is New Super Mario Bros. U, which is coming out for the Wii U, obviously.
It rhymes with New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Yeah, I think they put the new there just because it rhymes with the U. It's in the first, I guess, full HD Super Mario game. It looks pretty cool. It's like sort of the old style, 2D sort of side-scroller Mario game.
Okay, I mean, Super Mario Bros. Is like the greatest series in history, but let's be honest, the Super Mario Bros. Now is just like a better-looking version of the Super Mario Bros.
Hasn't changed much, but
SNES.
It's still a really fun game.
There's nothing there's new features and stuff. Obviously, there's nothing really notable that makes it really a big difference between Super Mario World and this game, considering how they're like 20 years, 30 years apart.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, you could say that about a lot of Nintendo's games, right?
Yeah,
like,
but they are like is like one of the greatest series in history, without a doubt.
So I mean, I really don't know what to say. It's Mario on the Wii U. It's an HD.
Like pretty much the only thing to say is if you don't know what a Super Mario Bros. Game looks like, that's really depressing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next game we've got here is Killer Freaks from Outer Space, which eventually got renamed to ZombiU. I don't really know how that happened, but it's a remake. I don't know if it's a remake or like
it's a reboot.
Sequel.
It's a reboot.
Okay, a reboot
of Ubisoft's first commercial game called Zombie.
I don't know how long ago that was. I don't know when Ubisoft formed, but they've been long around.
So obviously
it's
a Wii U game, ZombiU. And yeah, basically
such a weird pronunciation.
It's like a first-person shooter game, and you have to survive from zombies. Is basically the gist of it.
Yeah, and
it doesn't really look that amazing, actually. Honestly, for this is the first sort of Wii U game that I really looked at, and just to sort of compare the graphics, it doesn't look noticeably better than PS3 or Xbox.
Well, the Wii U is supposed to. I mean, like 6 years after the Xbox came out, the Wii U is supposed to actually have the capabilities of the Xbox and PS3 now.
I know that it's it's a Nintendo console, but considering it's the first of the next generation, it's not that amazing.
I know, and yeah, like I'm saying, this is like 6 years after the last console generation started, and yet they're just reaching like the PS3 and Xbox's level. But still, it looks like the PS3 and Xbox game did in like 2007. It doesn't look.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite as good.
They can't be pushing the Wii U in any way. So, I mean, yeah, it still looks like it could run on the Wii.
No, okay, that's a little crazy.
Okay, come on. It's 1080p. Yeah, it'd be downgraded to standard definition. But
it doesn't look that bad. I mean, it doesn't look as good as some of the games do on the PS3 or Xbox, but it doesn't look terrible.
Okay, so now we got Nintendo Land, which is basically the launch game for the Wii U. It pretty much is designed to do what Wii Sports did. When the Wii came out, Wii Sports was basically to showcase the Wii's motion control. That's pretty much why they made it like that. This game is designed to showcase all there's a bunch of mini games. It's a party game. I guess it's kind of like Mario Party, but not really. It's more like Wii Play or whatever that was. And yeah, it's to showcase all the little mini games, showcase all of the different features of Wii U, so you get to know every part of the console, what it can do.
Yep. I don't really know what to add to that. That's basically what the game is. It's it's like a party game, and there's a bunch of different. All those sort of mini games are based on different franchises. Like there's a Donkey Kong, Mario, Zelda.
And the idea is like a carnival, basically.
It's sort of like it's supposed to be a carnival. So I mean, I think I believe it either comes with it or there's some sort of thing like that where
it's probably the game that comes with it. There's no other game here that will.
Don't hold me to this, but it probably is.
Okay, we quickly just googled that. Nintendo Land comes with the deluxe set, which looks like it's the 32 gig one.
Yeah.
If you buy the 8 gig, which is the basic set, you get nothing.
I just want to quickly throw out there, I would highly recommend buying the deluxe one. I
Yeah,
mean,
you pay
it's
50
bucks more,
and you go
but
from 8 gigs
you
to
got
32.
you got the sexy black one instead of the white one. And
with white, you racist.
that's funny. And you get Nintendo Land, way more memory, which I don't know if you'll necessarily need it or not for the Wii U, but you might as well go with that. Unlimited. Scribblenauts Unlimited, that is. Tyler,
Yes.
what game are we talking about next?
Scribblenauts Unlimited. Okay, this is a really bad intro, but this game actually looks nuts. Like, I'm not even really sure what the gameplay objective is, but all I know, this whole, like, you, like, draw your own objects and stuff. Apparently you can save, like, 900 drawings or something, but you start out, like, in the example here, you write a word, and that object will appear. So, like, in this example, he wrote toaster, and a toaster comes up on the screen, and, yeah, he can just start messing with the toaster, making drawing, and you can make all these wacky objects and stuff that just appear in the game, and it's like I said, I don't really know what the gameplay objective is or anything, but it's like a puzzle game. So
yeah, I think it's like sort of like a platformer, side scroller sort of thing.
I'm kind of wondering like what the limits of what, you know how you type in a word. And
Yeah, you've always got to wonder.
Like it's like 20 questions where if you think of like a dirty word,
It's
that's the
an
only
E-rated
time
game.
20 questions won't
It's
figure it
an
out.
E-rated game, so
I'm
you
assuming if you like type in like dirty words, you won't get objects back.
yeah, most likely. It'll send an email. Parents will like hook up their email address, and if you type in a bad word, it'll like email them. Next game we have is Hitman Absolution. It's the next game in the Hitman series. It looks pretty cool. Tyler, what do you think of Hitman?
Like you said, it does look pretty cool. It's a stealth shooter, third-person shooter. I don't think there's some of these games you have a way to zoom into first person. I don't think this game does. So yeah, it's got like, I don't know what they call it, but a way you can like bring up. I don't know.
It's like if you've played Assassin's Creed,
kind of
it's like an Eagle Vision type of thing where it shows you your objectives.
And if you've played Blacklight, I don't know about the second one, but the first one, Tango Down, I don't remember what it's called, but they've got that thing where you can see all your enemies on the map, and it's like you see like their bloodlines or something, and you can't shoot in that mode. It's kind of like that. So yeah, it looks like a pretty cool stealth game. I've got a lot of friends that are really interested in this one, so it's a big game if you like those kind of games.
Next game we have coming up is PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Tyler?
This is getting ridiculous. PlayStation has really got to stop doing this. Like, that LittleBigPlanet Karting earlier, I was just kind of joking around, but now this is insane. For two biggest games that I'd say on the Nintendo series is Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. Right now. So they got LittleBigPlanet Karting, and then they come out with this, which every way is Super Smash Bros. The gameplay is the same. The character selection screen looks identical. So, and it just overall doesn't look as good. Like, it's HD, but it doesn't have like it doesn't look like it has the same as fun gameplay by being, I don't know, for a game like this, the more realistic characters and stuff and more intense characters are almost a bad thing versus like Mario and Yoshi and people like that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know, for LittleBigPlanet Karting, I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah, I was just joking.
Just because it's a racing game, it's not the same.
I know
as Mario Kart,
I was just kidding because the karting thing.
This is pretty like, okay. If they never made Super Smash Bros, do you really think this game would be coming out? Like, you know, is this an original idea? Obviously not really. But I mean, it looks not. You know, if
do you think that you can fight Master Hand?
I doubt it.
I honestly think you probably can. You probably fight Crazy Hand too.
That'd be pretty cool.
I bet they have Link in the game. Okay, so earlier we were saying about how Assassin's Creed 3 is going to be coming out to the Wii U on November 18th, right when the Wii U comes out. But also on the 20th, 2 days later, they've got Assassin's Creed 3 PC version is coming out. I doubt it's coming to Mac, but it's coming to Windows. So, yeah. Anyone who's stoked with Assassin's Creed but not on the consoles, there you go, November 20th. So next up we have Shin Megami Tensei. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, I really am. Anyway, Persona 4 Golden. It's a Vita version of Persona 4, which came out to PS2 however long ago. It's a social simulation game, so it's like we already had
like outside of like battles and things like that, you can basically you attend school and
yeah, you can like go
get
get a
part-time job, things like that.
So yeah, we had Harvest Moon earlier as a simulation game, but it's not like that. That was like a city building kind of thing. Almost.
No, I'm not.
This one's completely focused on like a social life.
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure in Persona, he's like just a normal kid, and then he goes into like this sort of cyber world type of thing in like the TV or something. Don't hold me to that
It's
again.
like Tron.
But that I believe is the story. So it looks all right. I mean, you know.
Tron was so bad.
What is?
I'd say that.
What is Tron? It was kind of cool.
It was garbage.
It was okay.
Which one? The old one or the new one?
The new one.
Oh, the new one was terrible. Okay, so now we've got Baldur's Gate, which is another one of the
Enhanced edition.
Yes, that's a big deal because Baldur's Gate is actually really
Baldur's
old.
Gate 2.0.
So this is another personal attack against us. We did this in the September releases, and they changed the release date. I don't get why these companies do this. Some companies just can't figure out the release dates. But, yeah, so November 30th now. Anyone who's really pumped about that. If you don't know what it is, check out the September releases. We talked about it there. Just go to the description and jump to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition.
Alright, now we're going to be talking about our game of the month for October. What was your game of the month for October, Tyler?
My game of the month was XCOM. It's a strategy game. Well, we talked about it last month, so that's, you know, when you find out what it is. But it actually did really good. I think it got high 80s on Metacritic. I don't know. Game Informer gave it like a 9.5. I'd say this is the first strategy game that's really appealed to me since StarCraft 2 came out. I'll be honest, I didn't get it. It just came out Tuesday, and we're doing this review on the 12th. It just came out on the 9th. So, I just called this a review. We're doing this game releases video on the 12th. It came out on the 9th. But yeah, I recommend it for any strategy fans. It looks like a really good game. I really want to play it.
Alright, and, sorry. my game of the month is going to be...
Video's a disaster.
Yeah, I know.
Making so many mistakes here? Okay.
Yeah, well, it makes them,
you know,
it makes us more relatable.
Yeah, I know. We're not just... This isn't scripted, guys. We're doing this completely legit. This is how you know.
Alright, my game of the month is going to be Pokemon White 2.
This would actually be pretty bad if it was scripted. Anyway, keep going.
Thank you, Tyler. Pokemon White 2, because those games are insane. They added so much for...
Wait, did you just say just White 2?
Well, I can't say both games.
I know. You picked White 2?
Yeah.
It did worse. You sure you want to do that?
Okay, just because it got slightly lower score on Metacritic.
That's a big deal. 2 points.
Whatever.
Out of 100.
Anyway, it's insane. Honestly, like... It was between the Pokemon game and Assassin's Creed 3 for me, but I'm gonna have to go with Pokemon in the end just because it's, you know, it's Pokemon. I'll get so many hours out of that game. I really liked all the improvements.
He's got like 10,000 in Pokemon Heart Gold, so he knows what it's like to build up those hours.
Not quite, but you know.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, this was a pretty good month. I mean, it was Nintendo month. Other consoles, not such a big month. This is the most Wii or Wii U or any Nintendo games we've ever covered in a month by a mile. Usually we have like 2 Wii games and 2 DS games at the most. This time we've got like 6 Wii U games at the least. Yeah,
so it's going to be a pretty big month for Nintendo. Hopefully the Wii U will do pretty well, so then we'll have some good games coming out for it in the future.
Hopefully Nintendo won't lose a ton of money like with a 3DS. But anyway, yeah, so thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you next time.